Very standard fare for a map like Coastline. It's also nice to kind of get eased into Coastline as well. A map that a lot of people have been disputing whether it still has a place in the competitive pool. Be backed up in this case by a Iana player, so two operators will be able to do that. And just like I say, as soon as I mention Destiny's name already, he's out of the fray. Moringa and Nesk finding 1 kill apiece. Moringa end this round quickly. Only 1 kill will be enough to finish the whole thing off. Downs the Yash, but no, Sledge actually has been recovered in the interim. So Palu whips up the SMG 12. Can he make quick work of it? Yes, he can. 2 kills.
He opens things up with a kill over onto Rise. PSK a second. Moringa down, so technically a 1 versus 1, but Hunter, question mark, still outside. Also, very quickly could be peaked twice here. Destiny gets a glimpse. STK, though, finds himself too, as he's made some great success. Pushing on.
Still isn't going to matter, though, as Collins has forced the issue into Sunrise. The crosses are still coming from Mud. Nesk gets removed now. It'll come down. Force the issue a little bit here. Blue gets 1. Nope. Oh, very nearly. Almost has 1. This K comes right back in. Takes down 1. Not a bad approach, but it will still be STK. That's not 4. That's all 5 on the Iana. STK going big, and already we're tied.
You see Palu come downstairs, but Nesk has already made his way back up. Still, kills coming down on the side with a great long angle, and pick the second over onto Nesk. Palu there with everything to do. The very 9 swing here from Sexy Cake immediately caught inside of the Banshee in a pre-play C4.
As a result of getting that opening pick, and it just seems like it's a landslide over and over again. Paula does have an answer, but still, Team
want to take this as 1v1s. Destiny gonna land a huge amount of damage onto Moringa. Shut him down, but not before he is easiest one to try and advance on into. STK, it's a freebie for him. Cons finds the final one onto Palu. STK and Cons standing tall there, each individual way on through. The plant is going to be going down. Moringa trying to keep him off it. Moringa will do. That pulse on the side of Santos is doing bits there. It's Rise with the swing. He's got no business getting on through. Surely not again. Not for the second time. We are going to see Sexy Cake falls. Trying to get it down, but he's in a bit of an unfavorable situation. Rise came in with a big kill onto Palu, and then the final one coming in from Cons. I mean, that round, but it isn't going to matter. The first time in a long time we've seen a plant come through. The bad thing is, PSK is the only player left up. He has to try and deal with this, and already Destiny is on the defuse. Rise, he's going to pick up the final frag. Get caught out here, thirsting after 1. He's going to be able to land some damage, but Destiny threads the eye on. Ness comes in with a trade. Moringa looking to make access in upstairs as well. The diffuser going to be called on the site as Sexy Cake. A lot of time left remaining. Still has to find these kills. Rise is holding it down from the site. Hunter and Destiny coming as well. Santos against Team Liquid.
Liquid might have had some of the most asthmatic attacks I think I've ever seen. And twice back-to-back Coastline. Literally, Geo's off broadcast for 1 day, and nothing is normal. Like, I do kind of feel bad that it will be INTZ. If they're able to get a victory here, it would be insane for their prospects for the LATAM League Finals, but Fantasy is already about to make things tough. Storming into Blue Bar, getting 2 back-to-back.
That has been successful, and well, it was only ever really going to be a pre.
4 flashes. It's all about how long Drunks can hold on to this position, and the answer is not for very long. Rare finally, none of these roamers from INTZ decided to situate themselves upstairs, and it won't matter. We could see 2 flawless rounds in a row. No, finally, BNX will at the very least grab 1.
Enough to stop the plant from being successful. Now this just needs to be held in a post. Miracle with the cross. There aren't any available. Miracle, he has to try and make a push on through, and will do just exactly that. Catching players out on the run. He has to try and challenge onto this. Time at 0-0, but Highs is coming up with the goods. Drunks finds himself 2. It's going to be a brilliant line of sight. Drunks, he had a chance for a time, but not anymore.
They're taking a step back and being more measured with things, and even as something on a roam, how do you not finish that?
Of Furia, but does he know if the plant is going down? The answer to that question is yes, and the cover wasn't sufficient from upstairs, but Lender Hot drops.
Miracle can probably hold a crossfire in case someone wants to look that way through the drone hole. Drunks has it read beautifully.
Furia now look to try and stick that plant again, but Drunks, such a key player. Beeping Nitro Cell will be no concern to anybody. Hornetat wins the engagement on the window and the second as well. Takes down the final 2 players.
INTZ at every twist and turn. Comes down to individual gunfights. Furia will win them every time. Rare to force a comeback.
Ooh, Drunks will find himself one onto Fantasy here, but we all know what the Roni's capable of at close range. It's very unlikely for Highs to lose that one, and he will sit. Currently 1 versus 4. A minute left. Plenty of time, but no options. Lender is the player to pick the final kill. Furia, what a result. 7-1 here.
Pulling out the MVP status in that game, but it did come down to the early impact created by guys like Fantasy and Miracle on that attack. Their attack was some crazy were banned over the course of the previous 2 because it was a Nomad and a Lion banned both times on attack, a Jaeger, a Valkyrie, and a Mira.
He fires through the theater wall. Can he find the second? No, it is going to be taken out there. FaZe.
Vibes or closer to Hookah. Alamal might be the only one to force it, but an ill-advised prone means Cyber's got a free kill, and Alamal's Lion has to come back through ruins and try to get a frag. Cameraman is there with the answer, and it's all down to Lagonis. Maybe forcing a swing if he takes the player out in VIP quickly. He may have an opportunity, but Cyber
from KDS as he's able to take down Bullet. Cameraman back on to challenging that and taking on down Lagonis now with the push on through. Lands his shots and takes down Cameraman. Gonna instantly go on the side of Lagonis. Is always gonna pay dividends. Sitting inside of the security there. Going to be able to hear that from a country mile.
And he will be, so Astro and Cyber have a very tall task, but Astro at the very least can nab one. Cyber all the way across the map gets flanked. Make sure that there's no one here. Cyber is, but is only on 1 HP. Can he find anything? Not with KDS. Quick frags, and it just turns into Souls trying to defend, and KDS forces all the way from the
Cyber. He's able to deal one back onto KDS, but Alamau from the DJ booth
wants the plant onto service. It will be sniffed out, but can it be stopped? It finally will, even with the frag nade trying to...
Ooh, Bullet. He's going to be able to find the scoreboard and take down feet, though, as Levy is going to be able to find another 2. Levy, what is going on here? All of a sudden, he has swung the barrel stuff of a gunfight. Alamau trying to make it work. Both players getting the advantage. That could be a nail in the coffin here, but with only 3 seconds left and a gunfight being won, it's going to come down to plan. But Souls is actually going to run in all the way deep, taking down Lagonis. Cyber backing him up. He's going to be on a little bit of a tear. He might have the diffuser in hand, but frags are on his mind. KDS with the flank picks himself up 2. For all the success that Souls has had, he now finds himself in the 2 versus 1. Make it the 1v1. Can he land his shots? He's going to switch, but as soon as he hops through, he's going to make that audio cue. Can he pre-fire? No, he can't. Souls! Still players on the site for Team 1, so upstairs control could be valuable, but KDS, right place. He's able to take down Bullet, a player that has really struggled. KDS, what is going on? You've just sprinted entirely. Kind of waiting for the assistance of Cameraman, but it's never going to come. With the diffuser being cold at the bottom of Cool Vibes, it was always going to be a tough ask. He's now playing Ring Around the Rosy. Is it going to be the door or the rotation? It's going to be neither. It's going to be Neskin from the bomb chassis, locking things up here for Team 1.
3v2, you can bet Team 1 has the ability to clutch up. Good game from Souls, if nothing else. That 1v1. Black Dragons, a team that we hadn't been able to discuss that much at the pregame. A lot of things transpiring with them from stages 1 to 2, but the main difference was dropping.
On this approach. It's kind of a worry that we have about W7M is that they are a little bit of a slower attacking side.
Black Dragons might go basement to start with, but that is not the case. Ion, pop off, sir. Will there be 4 all right in a row? Resets. It'll be for Toxie to scream up, grab the frag. Ion still will end sight. It's going to be a long time before Toxie can rotate back with his teammates, but Perez will keep on making life difficult as well. He still does have diffuser, so he'll make the push in. Grab 1 frag on the exit, so he'll pat 2. Black Dragons are doing such a good job on the wasted roam. It's almost like both Patoxy and Ion didn't have waste in this endeavor. There's Herds getting the first kill, but it's a quick trade as Live peeks back through the connector hole. He's a little worse for wear on the engagement, but Perez is making it up. And Ion pushing back towards Visa, almost to vending now anything in this round. Ion comes back off the shield, doesn't see the sledge coming back through. 2 straight kills for Ion. Can he make it 1 more through? He whips the shield back up, and Lion have it off the mark. But still, plenty of opportunities for Black Dragons to waste time. Panico might get planted, but Live is not about to give up this position lightly. Instead, he'll walk into the waiting arms of Herds and the zone. Denial, it's simply not going to work. Reset's getting pressure from so many angles all at the same time. Here comes down the flood. That's 2 for Resets, but Toxie tries to help out. A 1 versus he gets to it. He's going to reveal his position in 2 seconds. The gunfight is won by Patoxie. There's no way. He's waiting for Pulse to give him the yellow ping about where they're going to plant. It's still W7M cleaning up upstairs, though.
He actually only gets the down, but it's enough to stop the plant regardless. Perez now has a lot of work to do. Finds himself really pick the best place to try and get this down. Gee, you got a glimpse there.
He will inevitably fail. Falls on Ion and Perez, but 2 kills apiece for them, so this is probably an ill-advised vault from the Jaeger. It still will down Ion in the process, but it's still a 2v1. Mav on the diffuser, but Perez, he's got high ground. Look over to your left, young man. You know he's there, but he still gets...
We can see it's just not going to be good enough, buddy. You are going to die very shortly, as that is actually going to be 2 kills coming in at the same time. GDN can see with the overlays. We do have Resets covering the flank, but it's not going to be enough. Very small margin. The plant was unsuccessful. And that's likely going to take us to an overtime, honestly. It's going to be able to win out the gunfight. 2 versus 1. 1 versus none. GDN, he's going to find the final 2 there. Still the clash alive.
It turns into a retake situation. It's just not something that Black Dragons have been able to use effectively. There's the Maestro getting pegged. A kill that's not with a C4 as the roaming Maestro comes from Tellers all the way back up. 2 kills as Patoxie swings the window, expecting the Maestro for a drop now as the hatch is going to get opened up, but the Nitro's still ringing true, but it will actually down Panico. So they only have the intel from...
in a tricky position, but this is the best that Black Dragons have done so far. Resets finds 1. Can he find the second? He's got to pre-fire it. The Claymore's going to do the job. Does Panico have the intel? I would wager get that call out. He did have the heads up. We apologize for the
actually pretty darn ingenious, but Live will squeeze right back in. It's a 4v3 advantage. Is nice for Black Dragons to have. Is Live going to stick this one? He'll try, but there's 3 kills back to back to back. If you're ever wanting to play this site ever again, here comes GD on the swing. No, the SMG-11 will win it out in the end, but there simply isn't time. Gui can then swing, find the final kill, and it will be W7M getting an upset victory over Black Dragons.
Ironically, attack being where these teams struggled, and then attack being where W7M were able to bring it home.